Hi, I am Daniel McGarrigle. I'm an illustrator and animator. I was always into art since a very young age. At school, I'd always be kind of drawing on notebooks, always kind of making stuff. Loved art, definitely was my favorite subject. I did graphic design, but I didn't think it was entirely for me. I was more into kind of video and animation, always been into kind of cartoons and stuff. So I went on to do a master's in motion graphics. After I went to college, I ended up going to Canada, and I was fortunate enough to work as an animator for 2 years. And then when I came back, I've now started my own graphic design and illustration business. A typical day involves waking up and sorting through emails in the morning, and then I kind of like to map out my day, prioritize what projects are coming up. Then I get down to lots of drawing. Technology has affected my industry in that it's made it really easy for me to kind of work anywhere. I'm quite lucky in that I can work from my bedroom. Working freelance means that sometimes you don't always have work, but the upside to working freelance is that no two projects are usually the same. There's a lot of variety, and it can be really exciting. Sometimes I would just use a normal sketch pad, but also I would use a drawing tablet and a stylus, which allows me to get the drawings quicker into the computer. If you're interested in animation, it's pretty cool, but you just watch a lot of cartoons. Always think about how the cartoons are made, breaking scenes down into storyboards. Think about why characters are the way they are. When inspiration strikes you, just draw. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a simple storyboard. The term storyboard was invented by Disney for whenever they used to map out the earliest animations. They would put up large pieces of paper on a wall and arrange them to make a story. Day to day, when I'm making a storyboard at work, I would use a tablet and a stylus. But for storyboards, you don't need that. We can use a normal notepad and a pen. A storyboard is not meant to be the final version. It's just meant to give a kind of overview and an idea of how it's meant to look. So don't worry about making it perfect. Remember to leave a space under each box if you want to put a description in of what's happening. Storyboards are usually made up of multiple pages, but for this one, we're only going to use one page. I'm using 6 frames, and I'm going to use these 6 frames to map out the key scenes. Key scenes are usually what happens at the start, the middle, and the end. Now, before I jump into drawing, I'm going to map down what each key scene is. So, in my first frame, I'm going to have the spy character sitting at home watching TV. Second frame, the door knocks, the spy character looks, he's alerted, and he's like, who's this? Third frame, we're going to have the spy peering through the keyhole, trying to see what's out there. Fourth frame, we're going to switch the camera view, so we're going to be as if we are looking out of the keyhole, and we'll see there's a little present left for the spy. Fifth frame, the spy gets really excited and he's like, there's a present for me. So he goes to open it, and in our final frame, a boxing glove pops out of the box and punches him in the face. I think that tells the story pretty well. So now let's get to work and start our drawing. I'm going to talk you guys through what happens in each frame. So in our first frame, this is our establishing shot. We've got our spy character, we've got the prop of the couch, we've got the door with the keyhole. In the second frame, we have our little spy character, and I added a little question mark above him to show that he's confused who's at the door. It says knock knock here, but if this is an animation, this would usually be an actual sound effect. You don't have to write sound effects in the actual frame, you can write it below if you feel that you haven't explained it enough through the drawing. Third frame, we have our little spy character looking out at the keyhole. And in the fourth frame, we can see from the spy's point of view. This is what the spy sees when he's looking through the keyhole. In all the frames before that, it was framed on the spy in his living room. Now, in the fifth frame, we've switched back to the regular camera angle of the spy in his living room. We see now he's opened the door. Boy, oh boy! And he sees a present. Now, in the sixth and final frame, he's opened the present, and we get the bam. There's a smack in the face, it's a hidden boxing glove. Sometimes what's happening in each frame might not be obvious to the animator. So the storyboard artist can often leave notes, or if there's dialogue or sound effects, these can be added in underneath each relevant picture. The thing about storyboards, there's no one right way of doing it. For films, storyboard artists might have to meticulously draw out every scene, every minute, every camera change, or like we've done here, we can just map out the key scenes. Good idea is to show your friends and ask if they have any suggestions for ways you can make scenes different or more fun. And just to recap, we start by drawing 6 boxes on our drawing pad. We then come up with our timeline by jotting down some quick ideas. Next, we draw and fill in each box for the different key scenes of our animation. Then we can add any sound effects or notes under each frame. Then we have our finished storyboard, which we can show our friends or ask other people for any input or any other ideas. So as you can see, it's really fun to jot your ideas down into a storyboard. So now it's over to you guys to create your own.